morning from Ooty. Right now we are at the Rose Garden and this place is beautiful. I have never really seen a sky this blue. It's so blue right now, and even the air, it's so fresh. So when I'm breathing, it feels like I can actually feel the oxygen go inside my lungs, and my lungs must be really happy right now. So this place is really beautiful. Hello. We are at the pine forest right now, and this is the first time that I have ever been to a forest, and I just didn't know what it would feel like to be in a forest, and now I know. It's beautiful. Like, honestly, it's just so magnificent, and it's so green. The sky is absolutely blue. So we finally reached the ninth hill and we just climbed the hill, not the mountain obviously. It's a hill, but it's so beautiful over here. I don't think cameras do any justice to the place, but still I'll try to show you everything. I always wanted to do some adventure. Can't really call this an adventure though, but this is the most adventurous climb I have ever done in my life. So that's why I'm a little stoked, a little happy. So our last stop for today was the Ooty chocolate factory, and I don't really know why they call it a factory, because we didn't get to see how they prepare the chocolate and the manufacturing part of it. We just got to see the chocolates that they are selling. So it's basically a shop where you get to buy all the chocolates, and honestly I've never seen so many chocolates in my entire life. And the best part is that they give you like a sample to taste. If you like it, only then you will buy, of course, and we tasted it and it was really tasty. So then we went ahead and bought some chocolates, and really I have never bought so many chocolates in my entire life, and I would say that it's not extremely expensive as you would feel like it would be. So the range of the chocolate is somewhat like 90 rupees and 80 rupees per 100 grams, and they pack it in like a plastic container. So I think that's great. It's not very expensive. I feel like you can totally buy it and taste if you are interested, and of course if you are a chocolate lover, you would want to eat Ooty's chocolate because it's really famous. So yeah, that was all for today. We will go back to our hotel room now and rest, and tomorrow we'll be taking the toy train to Coonoor, and I've heard a lot about Coonoor, honestly. So I've heard that I read an article which said that Coonoor is like the Scotland of India, and I'm not really sure how accurate that is. So we'll get to see that tomorrow. morning from Coonoor. So we took the toy train from Ooty to Coonoor, and it was scheduled at 9:15 a.m. So we reached over here around 10:10. Oh, so I think it did not take a lot of time, and it was like really punctual. It was not late, and we reached just at the right time. So that was a great thing. Right now we are at the Sims Park, and Sims Park is basically like a botanical garden. And I have been to some botanical gardens before. Like we also went to the one in Bangalore, the Lal Bagh one. But this one, Sims Park, is extremely beautiful. Like we have just entered, and I can already see like there are so many flowers, and these flowers are some flowers that I have not really seen before. So sorry, there was someone. So yeah, I have not really seen these flowers before, and that's why I'm liking it, because sometimes you just see the same old flowers again and again. I'm not saying that they get boring, but yeah, I'm getting to see some really new kinds of flowers over here. That is such a great thing. So Sims Park came into existence because of the efforts of the early European settlers, and Mr. J.D. Sim, who was the secretary of the then government, he took the initiative and he then inaugurated this place, and that's why we call it Sims Park. It came from his name, and I think they did a great job. This place is so serene and beautiful. So this place is like a terrace garden, because there are slopes and steps everywhere, so everyone can walk easily. You don't have to be breathless and all, because it's really easy to walk around the park and see all the flowers and all the trees. It's really close to nature. So when you enter this place now, you will understand that this is like in the middle of the forest, like the Nilgiris forest, and it's a beautiful feeling. You will feel like you are just in the middle of the nature, and the nature is embracing you, sort of. And you just, some places are like that, you know, when you go there you just get speechless, because you just don't know how to express yourself, how to describe the beauty. And this is one of those places, I feel. And honestly, there are a lot of gardens you will see in different places, but this place has its own vibe, it has its own charm, and I think this is pretty irreplaceable. So I'm standing right in front of the oldest tree in this park, and it's right over there, if you can see, like that banner that's there. So it's written that that tree is the oldest tree in this park, and I was assuming how old that must be. So it's not written how old it is, but I read that this park was inaugurated in 1874. So if it was inaugurated back then is this tree like from the 1874? I don't really know, but if that is true, then I am fascinated, because I'm seeing such an old tree. It's like walking the lane of the history. I don't know, I'm being a little dramatic about it, but history makes me really excited, because you know, you're just experiencing the past. It's not really the best thing, but you know, you are just experiencing the time that was there and how everything must have been back then. So if this tree is from 1874, then I am fascinated. But if it's written that this is the oldest tree of this park, then this tree must be like really old, and at least maybe 100 years old. I don't really know, but yeah, it's huge. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a huge tree, and it's a eucalyptus tree. So we have found an empty seat, and now we are resting for a bit, and then we'll walk and explore the rest of the garden. And the view in front of us is beautiful. The sky is exceptionally blue, and it feels like we are actually sitting in middle of the forest. It's so beautiful. There are different kinds of trees. It's green and just so gorgeous. And मम्मी भी बैठी है बगल में. मम्मी कैसा लग रहा है? मैंने मम्मी से पूछा कि मम्मी कैसा लग रहा है. मम्मी ने बोला it's beautiful. कोई मतलब नहीं, इतना स्टाइल पे मत मारो मम्मी।
अरे बहुत ही सुंदर जगह है, आप सब आके देखेंगे तो आपको खुद ही बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। यहाँ पर भी वीडियो भी देखेंगे तो अच्छा लगेगा।
पर तुमको कैसा लग रहा है?
मुझे तो बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है, मतलब हेवन में बैठे हुए ऐसे लग रहा है, स्वर्ग जैसा लग रहा है और क्या कहूँ।
Hi guys, so we have reached the Highfield Tea Garden, and as the name already suggests, this is a tea garden, and I am a tea lover, so for me this is like heaven. And we also bought a packet of masala tea, so we went to the factory where they make the tea and the processing happens, and we saw the entire process. And then we went to the shop where they sell the tea, and they gave us 4 samples. The first one was masala tea, and then chocolate tea, then adrak tea, and the last one was normal tea. And we loved the masala tea the most, and that's why we bought a packet of it. Honestly, camera does no justice to how beautiful the nature is. I mean, I can try to express and describe the entire scenery, but I will not be able to, because it's just so freaking beautiful. It's making me speechless, so I don't really know what to say. Hey guys, so we have reached the Lamb's Rock, and from here we can see the clouds all around, and we can also see the clouds go up the mountains amidst the Nilgiris forest, and it's beautiful. I'm so used to seeing pollution everywhere that right now when I'm actually seeing clouds, I'm like, are they even clouds or is it just pollution? Because that's what we get to see everywhere, right? It's like a breath of fresh air to watch clouds. Hi guys, so we are at the Dodda Betta viewpoint, and you can see the sky behind me. It's so blue, and basically this is the highest peak of Tamil Nadu, and from here you can see different cities, like you can see the town of Ooty and Coimbatore and different places, and there's also a telescope house, and you can go on the top of it, and you can, like, with the help of a telescope you can see the details of the city. Well, it's 3:44 p.m. right now, like just in the middle of the afternoon, and although the breeze is cold and all, but the sun is like, oh my god, it's crazy, and I just can't even look straight because it's too hot right now. And if it's so hot, in January, then I just don't know what will happen in May and June. But yeah, it's really, really hot, and I think we should go back to our bus and head to the last location for today. That will be the Botanical Garden, and that will be our last spot here in Coonoor. And then our trip to Ooty will be complete. And tomorrow we'll head to Coimbatore, and then eventually we'll be back to our city, Kolkata. So we have reached our last spot for today, and it is the Government Botanical Garden of Ooty. So this garden was laid out in the year 1848 by Graham McLover, and it covers the area of 22 hectares, which is quite a lot, and it will take anyone a lot of time to explore the entire place, which is not really possible for everyone because you will have to walk a lot. But I would say that the paths that they have created inside the entire garden, they are really well constructed, and anyone can walk pretty easily on them, and it would not be too exhausting for anyone. So now let's just walk around the park and see what's there. It's the last day of our trip today, and we are here at the Isha Yoga Center, and right now we are walking towards the Adiyogi statue of Shiva, and the statue is apparently 112 feet tall, and we are really excited to see the place. Also, this entire yoga center is like really detached from the city. It's absolutely aloof, and you will feel really, really peaceful over here.
Mahadevaya Namaha. Mahadevaya Namaha. Mahadevaya Namaha. Yogeshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurandakaya Trikatmikalaya Salanirudraya Neelakantaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Mahadevaya Namaha. Mahadevaya Namaha. Mahadevaya Namaha. Mahadevaya
আছে।